All right, guys. So Bitcoin right now, this here is called the Gaussian channel, right? So what the Gaussian channel is, just another indicator that we do use on the weekly. And what you can see here, so we'll go to our chart right here. So what you can see here, anytime the Gaussian channel is flipping red and the price is either at or underneath the Gaussian channel, that signifies that Bitcoin is in a bear market, right? Whenever we get above the Gaussian channel, that's normally the start of a bull market. So you can see here, we were above the Gaussian channel and it was the start of the bull market. Now, this is on the weekly time frame. Now, if you look here, and anytime we get underneath the Gaussian channel and it flashes red, we are in a bear market. Now, if you look here at Bitcoin, we are currently, the Gaussian channel is green and we are above the Gaussian channel. So this is, in my belief, we are in the bull market. And let me go back to this Bitcoin chart here. You can see here when the Gaussian channel was red on the weekly and we were underneath it, we were in a bear market. Same right here. And now that when we crossed over the Gaussian channel and the Gaussian channel was green, we were in a bull market. So these are just other confluences that are lining up with our thesis that Bitcoin is in a bull market. And we're going to be heading back up. This is just the first stage of the bull market. This is my opinion of not when alts start going and rallying crazy. This is normally just a section of when Bitcoin has a nice run up, and once we get closer to all-time highs, then the altcoins will start to perform extremely well. So this is just for you guys to keep in mind that the Gaussian channel right now has flashed green, and the first stage of the bull market has started. All right, so that is for Bitcoin. We also wanted to show you guys this. We have 250 days until the next halving, right? 250 days. So you guys want to align yourself and get ready for what is about to come, right? We have right here, March. I have March 24th here. It says April 17th, so I'm off by a bit. So April, so put around here April 15th, 17th. We have 250 days until the next halving and until we start seeing the price rallying again, right? So chances are we're not going to have the all-time highs broken by the next halving. So we won't have the all-time highs broken by the next halving, but shortly after the halving, we should have all-time highs of Bitcoin broken. And my topping prediction for Bitcoin may be more conservative than others, but I'm thinking we're gonna get only to maybe 100 and 30,000 max. If we actually look at the curves of how the price has been curving over the years, it has it's starting to flatten out. So I don't anticipate Bitcoin to really hit 400k in the next cycle or anything. I think 130 would probably be more realistic for the next bull cycle top, right? So that's really it for Bitcoin, guys. Let's look at the S&P 500. Like I was talking in other videos, we were anticipating a pullback, and we have been getting that pullback, right? So if you look at all the other videos that have been posted, we got that pullback. We were in this accumulation phase. So we're in this accumulation markup phase here, and then we have this distribution phase right here, and then we're in this markdown phase at the moment, right? So the market is really just consolidating underneath this resistance zone, and like I said in the last video, guys, is we have support here, and we were looking to see what would happen when price came to this area and was supported. So right now we can see we have currently this double bottom that has been formed, so it looks like the price is being supported. You can see we have these bullish engulfing candle right here. We have wicks. showing that the buyers are stepping in to kind of defend this area, and that there's a lot of support here and orders that are being triggered at this area so far. But at the same time, we are making lower highs underneath this resistance area, right? So just keep that in mind as you guys are trading the S&P 500. You have your put and calls options, or if you're just, you know, trading in spot, that overall the market is bullish. Overall the market is bullish. We are just looking at areas to, you know, have pullbacks at, right? So we're looking over here, which it has come to. If it pulls back further, we're looking down here in this area here, right? So with the S&P 500, you know, things are looking fine. Nothing crazy going on. We did have the CPI data, so let's look at that today, as well as we had the CPI. So if you want to look at news, we can go to forexfactory.com, and it will always have all the major news events throughout the year. So we have CPI. It came in, so the previous was 2, the forecast was 3, the previous was 3, forecast was 3.3, and the actual was 3.2. So we came in lower than anticipated, right? But we also did come in, even though we came in lower than the forecast, we came in higher than the previous. So to kind of spook the markets if we have a higher than previous, because it's showing that, you know, inflation, the cost for everything has gone up over the last time it was reported. So that's not a surprise if, you know, we have the S&P reacting to that and heading down. With gold, you know, I thought gold would have maybe had a bit of a push up, and what we're going to talk about is actually today's trade of gold. So when the CPI numbers came out, gold actually did have a really big bullish move here, and then retraced all the way down. And we were looking at a trade today on gold. I took a short on gold here, so you can see that, you know, what we analyzed first is we see we're on the daily time frame here. We have resistance and we have support, right? So those are the two main areas we're trading in between right now. And if you look, we have kind of the price stair stepping down, right? So the market structure, we're in a downtrend. So what I was looking at is for after CPI came out, the price may push up, and if it comes back down underneath, we're looking at a high probability trade. So what I looked for here was we had this bullish engulfing candle right here, bearish engulfing candle right here. So we once the CPI data came out and then closed underneath the resistance, the next candle came bullish, and then the following candle pushed down bearish, and that's where I entered the trade. We were looking, you know, to hit targets down here where the resist support is. We have our point A and point B showing our counter trend line. And what's important is we held this trade and actually got a pullback all the way up to here where our point A and point B trend line is, and it also aligned with the Fibonacci's you know, the Fibonacci here 38.2. So this would have been actually a great area to enter second order, which I unfortunately did not enter second order. But, you know, knowing that we were underneath this point A and point B, as well as we had confluence with the Fibonacci, and we were on a downtrend, gave me more confidence to keep holding the trade, even as we were getting the pullback. Yeah, actually, yeah, so we closed out here. So my original target was down here. So when it came back up, that's what I had the confidence to hold the trade. But we did close actually here, because as it gets later in the day, you know, I was holding this trade for like 4 hours, and as it gets later into the day, I do close out. As it gets closer to like 3:34, I do close out the trade. So that's why we actually ended up closing the trade, is because of that. We didn't want to, yeah, we don't want to hold, and then we get swap fees and everything, and then now I'm down $100 on my position for no reason, right? So that was the gold trade. You know, we looked where we in between a daily support and resistance there. price is moving away from resistance. We zoom in to the 1 hour, 30-minute. We see this bearish engulfing candle here. Enter there, and then set our stop loss above the candle. And also we set our stop loss above the candle. Got a pullback. Price kept pushing down, and then hit our take profit. Now our first take profit was actually down here in this area, but we closed early. So I closed after we got this pullback and came back down here. I closed because as the time was getting late, it was about 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I don't really like to hold trades past 3 o'clock because if I do, then I'll get the habit of normally I'll hold it past 5 o'clock, and then the gold market is closed and there's slippage. Not slippage, but there's swap fees, and I don't want to be paying swap fees, right? So that was today's trade. We were able to capitalize and get a good risk to reward. Normally I do not trade during the news. We always wait until after the news, give the price action about 5 minutes to kind of cool off and people to actually digest what was going on in the market, what was being said, and then normally the price will move in the direction that it will for the rest of the day or for that particular move. So trading the news, you can trade the news, but it's very unpredictable and a lot more risky, so that's why we here do avoid it. All right, so that's it for the trade. We'll also look today at the TLT and see how it's doing regarding risk on behavior. And guys, the TLT is pushing down. News of everyone getting into Bitcoin. We're gonna experience the exact same movements that we experienced in 2021 within the next year and a half. Okay, so once the TLT is pushing down, I even see news right now about COVID-19 coming back and a new disease, and these things are happening every 4 to 5 years, but we're also busy just working, not even acknowledging that this is just a recurring cycle. You go to school for 4 years, you go to get your degree for 4 years. Everything is really split up like within 4 to 5 years for you to complete something. So you don't even realize what is actually going on, and these news cycles and everything that's happening is just repetitive. All right, it just keeps repeating itself. So you want to keep in mind that in a year or two you're gonna see the same thing. We're gonna see August, I wouldn't say August this time next year, but we're gonna see sometime next year the prices of Bitcoin and altcoins taking off. It's gonna be in the news like crazy, and kids are gonna become millionaires overnight, and they're gonna lose it overnight, and you're gonna feel bad about you didn't start this at this age. But it's okay, because it's all a cycle, and you always have an opportunity to do what you want. We are at the beginning stages of a new cycle, and you can recreate yourself as well. So this doesn't just go for the market cycles, this goes for you as well. Is that these cycles always keep happening, and they keep recycling, and technology improves, and it's here to help you. It's here to help you get better. It's here, if you have a skill set, it's here to help you get better with that skill set. It's here to help you, expand your audience. But one thing is, you need to make sure you know what you're doing before you go out there into the world and start marketing everything. Because if you don't know what you're doing, the repercussion is going to be a bit harsh. So take the time, resist until you're good, at something. But always keep in mind that opportunities reset daily. Everything is working in your favor. The world is conspiring for you to be the best version of yourself. You just have to make sure that every day, no matter how you're feeling mentally, you just put your best foot forward, because I'm telling you, these cycles repeat. If you actually sit down for a month, or not hanging out with people, and just think about your life and how it's played out, and just put things together, news pieces together of, okay, what were the last 4 years like? What were the last 4 news pieces together? What were the 4 years before that? And what I'm gonna do actually for Friday's video, I'm actually gonna do that. I'm gonna put together all the news events, or maybe Monday, because I might take some time. Put all together all the news events of what has happened in 4-year phases to show you that this Bitcoin cycle isn't just a Bitcoin cycle. It's just a cycle of life, right? It's a cycle of, you know, either elevating you or compounding you negatively. So this is really what you guys want to pay attention to and understand the patterns of the world. You know, as you get older, you'll get better to understand them, and you know, you got to deal with your emotions too, and your ego and all your limiting beliefs and all that. But trust me, stay the course, stay with an abundance mindset, don't act out of scarcity. You know, every day show gratitude, and opportunities reset daily. And don't forget that you never miss an opportunity, and you can never compare yourself with someone else, because you're on your own journey. And the reason why I'm saying this now is because when the crypto market starts exploding, I know how it will get. So, you know, if there's someone watching these videos to the end that's new to crypto, that's new to investing, that's new to anything, I'm saying this for them, as well as, you know, anyone who's going to be in the market can look back at these videos and understand we're going to have a top and we're going to have a bottom again in the market. This isn't the last cycle. This isn't the last crazy Bitcoin cycle. There's going to be many more cycles to come. There's going to be many more opportunities for you to make money and capitalize on any type of market. But you just have to get better yourself for you to capitalize in the right way. Well, anyways, guys, that's really it for today's video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and tune in next time. Well, we will break down the markets. No nonsense, straightforward, as it should be. All right, take care.